Hello, welcome to Motivational Mondays Healing. And today I want to talk about celebration. Now, I might look a little bit worse for wear this morning. I have been celebrating my beautiful, loving husband's birthday, his 60th birthday over the weekend. And I got talking to some people about celebrating, especially when you're grieving and you're going through trauma. And sometimes celebrating life can feel like the very last thing that you want to do. It's almost like you want to shy away from life. You want to hide away from joy and happiness and love. The problem with that is you start to go into a dark place, and grief is already a dark place. Grief is already difficult. Now, I know it can feel like the very last thing that you want to do, going out for a drink or going out for a meal with family and friends, or just doing something that recognizes somebody's birthday or Christmas, or we've just had Christmas, or a new year or something. But celebrating is part of life. Acknowledging that something beautiful has taken place, that life continues. It's going to become part of your life again at some point. Now, I can remember when my son died, and it was a week later that it was our wedding anniversary. And my husband and I looked at each other and we said, I can't even imagine caring about our wedding anniversary. But we made a very small commitment there and then that even if we didn't want to celebrate it as such, we would acknowledge that it had happened, that it was taking place. Because by acknowledging it, we're accepting in a small way that life has to continue, that it isn't always going to be this dark space, this grief-stricken heaviness that we feel in our chest and our heart and our body and our head when we are deep in grief. So we lit candles for our son, and we lit candles for our love for each other, for acknowledging that we had been together for 4 years. And we loved each other, and we would work through this. It was an acknowledgement that yes, right now we're in a dark space, but we acknowledge that there is life, and one day we will celebrate again. And we do. And we had birthdays coming up. We had lots of others. The first Christmas was really difficult, but we celebrated life. Now, this year will be my 30th wedding anniversary, and we are going to celebrate it like mad. When we were celebrating my husband's 60th this weekend, we acknowledged that only one of our children was there with us. And we raised a glass for our son, Jack, who was there with us in spirit. That's what we believe. So whether you feel like celebrating or not, try and acknowledge the day in some way, whether that is sitting in quiet contemplation, whether that is going out in nature and connecting to a special tree, or going to a special place, whether that's lighting a candle and saying thank you for the love that we had. I celebrate you. But more importantly, acknowledge celebrating yourself. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate what you are working through, what you are achieving, because you are a beautiful, unique, loving human being. And it's the fact that you love is why grief hurts. And personally, I think it's worth celebrating that. Don't you? With so much love.